Hey everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and Didi, the Uber of China, is actually going to be expanding internationally. This is a big news story. Now here's the bad news. It's not America, so any Americans out there hoping for an alternative to Uber or Lyft, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. But if you're in Mexico, well, get ready because they're coming next year. They are currently recruiting drivers. According to this article from Reuters, I think that's how you pronounce it. Reuters? Or maybe it's Reuters. Sure doesn't seem like it's spelled like Reuters though. Looks like it's spelled Reuters. I'm just gonna keep calling it Reuters. Why not? I'm sure no one will complain about that. How I pronounce that name. Um, it is. It says Didi Chuxing, China's ride-hailing behemoth. Yeah, behemoth. Plans to expand into Mexico next year, intensifying its global rivalry with Uber, according to two sources familiar with the plans. Didi has spoken before of global ambitions, but has not formally announced where or when it would expand. The Chinese company is the second most highly valued venture-backed private firm in the world after Uber Technologies. Didi has no cars outside China, meaning Mexico could be its first international operation. Didi, whose brand is ubiquitous into China, but little known in the West, will launch a smartphone app in Mexico and recruit local drivers to the platform, according to the sources who declined to be named. It's unclear what cities Didi will target, although one of the sources the company was aiming to launch in the first quarter of next year. The company has already begun trying to recruit corporate talent in the sector, the source added. A spokesperson for Didi declined to comment on Tuesday. So, if they do this, this will be a big deal because one of the things that people keep mentioning is like when you think ride sharing, you think Uber, and Uber has that market cornered. And while Uber can definitely have a huge chunk of the market, it doesn't mean it has the market cornered. For example, when you think of searching on the internet for something, you probably think of Google. But here's the thing, Bing accounts for 35% of searches on the internet. Does that mean Google still has more? Yes, but it means there is a viable competitor nonetheless. Now, Uber's viable competitor at the moment has been Lyft in the United States, and around the world they've had free reign to do whatever they want. Didi poses a real threat to Uber. They have the money, the kind of money Uber does not have, and they're not afraid to use it. In fact, they're so brutal that basically Uber had to sell out to Didi when China just was not working out for them. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen to Uber once Didi starts expanding. Now, will they pay drivers better rates and pay? I don't know. I don't know. Right now, riders definitely feel stuck, but here's the thing. As the rideshare wars intensify, yeah, getting customers will be important, but just as equally important will be getting riders. Drivers. I didn't sleep well last night, folks. It will be equally important to get drivers onto their platform. And so start seeing whenever Didi or Taxify or anyone decides to come to America, start seeing more promotions for drivers to start taking them away. Then see Uber start responding. This is where the competition could be a good thing. Lyft, it's unfortunate that what happened with Lyft is that they used to be a lot more aggressive in recruiting drivers and keeping them and retaining them. And then basically once Uber started hanging themselves, Lyft kind of decided they didn't need to really try so hard. And I think that's been a fatal mistake. I think they will regret it at some point. But eventually, once a third and maybe fourth competitor comes in, you're going to start seeing this heat up. And eventually, someone will figure out how to have it both ways. They will figure out how to have a service that can appeal to the rider as well as do right by the driver. One of these companies will figure it out. And when they do, and they will figure out how to do both and be profitable. And once they figure that out, that's all she'll have written. But what do you folks think? Is anyone here watching from Mexico? Are you excited about Didi coming to your country? Are you going to sign up? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.